and it is going to be the rush mirror here. Gator pushed very far forward in the middle of the map, and you can already see the Fuel try and get around behind the rain. Harm is able to catch Kai out though. That Immortality Field from Iris doesn't quite hit the mark.
Yeah, you're going to lose Fearless here for the Dallas Fuel, but you should still be able to win this fight. You have Iris going to fall now as well. So Dallas does a nice job getting aggressive early. Hanbin being able to find Kai is massive.
I mean, he's trying to get more aggressive. Hawk playing cute on the corner just in case someone pushed too far. They'd be taken down by the remake, but that's not the case. In fact, it's Hanbin striking yet again. The first elimination in the fight. This time it's Gator down, and Iris follows soon after. The Atlanta Rain are getting a quick wake-up call.
And like you mentioned, Dallas Fuel.
TP, no, that's the wall. Hawk's going to quickly try and get away, and it had to be an ice block immediately from Pelican. Blizzards come down. The Venn diagram of disaster on the point here, but Hawk's the one that gets desuited. The Shadow's blocked by Gator, though. Great timing as both teams go for sound barriers. Oh, a couple players caught by another fantastic Doha wall, though.
This has been all Dallas Fuel, and if you're Atlanta, obviously very early, but definitely a little bit worrying that when you get into this mirror matchup, Dallas is willing to take it, and they are taking it to you here early on. 80% in counting for the Dallas Fuel. We can take a look here from Fielder's point of view, keeping everybody alive here, even through the sound barrier and some of these other ultimates used by the Atlanta Rain.
Side though, was the Rain really had to be careful about peeking and try and get ahead past the wall, but Gator's going to be shattered mid-charge, and Doha cleans him up. That's 2 now for Doha. The May has been extremely impactful in this round, and the Atlanta Rain, frankly, haven't even had a bite of the apple. It's all Dallas so far here on Lijiang.
So that is dumb. It's pretty tough, right? Largest source of healing, Immortality Field, almost even more important.
Doha, okay, has the ice block there, gets a little too far forward, and Hanbin's been desuited already.
Oh, nice move.
Over the edge goes Doha. Good start now for the Atlanta Rain. Getting the desuit is a great start, and they'll be able to drag this one out and then move to take point.
Yes, the kill on the Hanbin early on is fantastic, right? Really kind of fight. Big advantage over Doha.
Clever, gets rid of the sentry turret on his way out, and he's got a sound barrier. He lets it go. Fearless and Hanbin, crucially, are on the wrong side of the Symmetra wall, though. They don't get the sound barrier. Now they're both going to be shattered. It's an Immortality Field desperately deployed by Fielder, but it doesn't keep the tank line alive. Sparkle's wall comes out, but it's far too late to have an impact.
That is a huge Symmetra wall there by Kai, whether intended or not. Splits off the tanks from receiving the
Dallas Fuel. Let's see if it works out. Maywall's going to slow Dallas down. Oh, they caught Sparkle. They're going to focus him down. He can't get away past the rooftop. A Shadow catches Hanbin here, and Gator wants to go forward, but the bomb is going to give him pause for thought. That comes down, but Master's out, and it's a trade now. The Atlanta Rain are down to 1 support, and Gator tries to charge up, but there's a wall in his way. Jexa trying to play safe up on the high ground here, but the Symmetra barrier needs to be dealt with. It's Hanbin felled by a resuit, and that's Jexa's sound barrier. This time, not so bad. Sparkle wasn't close enough to be impacted by it, but he's able to get some kills in this fight. Regardless, it's Fearless finding Gator with the charge, and the Doomfist pays off.
Squishy target.
But May, you can insta-kill a May, right? Normally she hangs around for far too long because of ice. Oh my God! Fearless just snapped legs! The Atlanta Rain tried to turn around, and they were far too late. Love that, and Fearless now is getting fired up. Poke range, of course, Symmetra's annoying for that. In they go. Turret's giving him a tickle, and here's the Shadow. It's Fearless and Doha both caught by it, but the Immortality Field is timely. Great response. Gator quite low here. He gets pressured down by Doha, who's frozen, as he's Fearless. The Blizzard works out perfectly for the Atlanta Rain, and Dallas get walked over. Now Atlanta set up, and the Dallas Fuel are unlikely they can do too much more. Sparkle sneaks onto the point rather than covert of him, but maybe stunned in a second. And yeah, Pelican is going to stop him in his tracks. This has been quite the Lijiang Tower so far. We're going to a 3rd round.
And Gator does his job perfectly there. He walks up. This first fight's going to be huge. It's, getting a May wall and a pick here early on will be massive. There goes the Immortality Field already.
He's so low. Gator so low. Hawk as well. The Atlanta Rain's Immortality Field was around for a long time, and it prolonged their lives far longer than you would expect. But eventually it comes down, and so do the Atlanta Rain, crumbling as they go.
So Dallas will get control of the point.
He's up, but there's that wall now. It splits the Atlanta Reign in two, and Fearless is trying to take advantage. He wants to push up, but Gator catches Sparkle with a point-blank charge, somehow preempting the Symmetra coming forward. Unnatural precognition. And it's the Atlanta Reign who are getting it all done here. The Amp Matrix Fire Strike catches Jexa, and the Reign move into capture.
I mean, Gator had a few of those against San Francisco. Some nice fire strikes through the Amp Matrix, resulting in kills. And
Fearless is looking pretty healthy though, and Hawk's lost his mech. Iris might be considering the Amp Matrix, and he goes for it here. The shield of Fearless is going to be able to stand tall for the time being, and they throw an ice wall to protect. Oh, the aggression from Fearless. This might cost him. Immortality Field is brought down, but Gator's faring no better, and Fearless just doesn't stop. He pushes straight into the wall, and all of Dallas steamroll the Reign after a very tense pre-fight.
Well, it's a beautiful Symmetra wall that comes out as Pelican here using Ice Block just to extend this one a little bit because that Symmetra wall gets in the way. So really nice placement of the Symmetra wall there from Sparkle.
Shadow, Fearless, caught, Immortality Field, and he's charged out of it. Perfect from Gator. You can't ask for much more than that here. I'm been able to find Iris amidst all the chaos here and stall out for as long as he can. A Hawk desuited, that's relevant. It's going to be Doha going for the Blizzard now. The Diva can't eat it up. Harmbin's lost his mech as well, and Doha's removed by Pelican. Symmetra wall and Blizzard drawn out here for Atlanta. They're spending everything to try and get the point back, but it's not a clean fight win. Fitness eventually is brought down. Kai has to triple down for kills. Trying to get ready for it. Shadow, okay, nothing fancy about that one. Sound barrier here for Master, the only ultimate that Atlanta brought into this fight. It's effective, but not effective enough. Gator is brought down by the Fire Strike, and then Immortality Field is looking awkwardly placed from Iris. That's uncharacteristic. He's shackled by those sim turrets as he tries to push up onto the point. Doha trying to get aggressive on Master, but he doesn't realize that Kai is nipping at his heels. It doesn't matter. Doha's found two. Kai's trying to back up here. Buy a bit of space as Doha needs healing, and there's no support. He's found out. Kai's able to dig him out of the corner now, and Jexa tries to push up with Harmbin. They get as much as possible. Symmetra wall from Doha, and there's a shadow from Gator, but he might have to hold on to his here. It's no clear shot. It's blocked by Fearless. Fearless keeps his shield up for the time being, and Sparkle goes in. It's Pelican, the first casualty here, but it's two frozen on the fuel. Gator's able to capitalize on one of those, but Fearless finds his second kill for the fight, and he's still healthy. There's even an Earth Shatter here, and he lets it go. Nothing Gator can do now as he's charged backwards into the wall, but Kai was doing work the whole time. It's a 3v2, and now it's Masa on his own.
With this and play a different support line, but a little bit of a hybrid comp here.
All right, so Doha snuck in here. He was left in the choke. Look at that. Oh, the hack on Masa. Is there follow-up? Oh, it's beautiful. Perfect setup here for the Dallas field, but now they've got to fight to finish. They get rid of the Mercy, but there's still Iris in play. That's a hack on towards Gator here as Doha is trying to coordinate the team on their next focus target, and that is just astonishing. Fantastic execution from Dallas. Now it's about the cleanup.
I think that's what and at least early, he's been huge in some of these fights, using the speed, getting behind, really being a disruptor.
He came into his own in the May Melee and the June Joust especially. Sparkle finds, he's found by Kai rather.
Gone.
Yep. No pulse bomb on the Coalescence here. Looks a little fizzled. Immortality Field is going to allow the Reign to weather that storm. Speaking of storm, Kai looking for more.
And let's see if these switches by Atlanta.
Again, Hawk is studiously checking every corner. Doha is having to play it safe. Okay, Hawk's hacked here. Is that enough though? Kai's already been picked up. Hawk can't chase Fearless to try and peel for his backline. The Sombra hack is really setting these fights up, and Iris is taken down by the bomb. Fearless made it impossible to hide away from that, but there's much more to be done. Pelican is a problem, Matt. Oh, he's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you do not want to get up close and personal with the Torbjorn, especially with the Overload. They feel like it's winnable, that fight.
Sound barrier. Shatter from Gator catches Fearless. Here's the Dragon Strike. Pretty well placed, if I'm honest with you. It's going to be Fearless taken down by Gator, though, and the Atlanta Reign are really staking their claim to this high ground. Spark was able to find the one kill, but that's all she wrote.
And they just take so much damage during the fight. Dallas Fuel, right? You get up here, even if you have the Doom. Atlanta, especially with the Lucio in the mix, right, can just kind of kite this, and you will just take so much damage over time, right? From the Batiste, the Torb at range. Here's an Amp Fire Strike by Gator, kick things off, and that is beautiful.
Spot on from the Atlanta Reign there. The Amp Matrix, they start the fight again. They have the mindfulness to take it off. Reposition from Dallas. Amp Matrix is down, and Sparkle, he's got himself in the cookie jar, and Iris has been taken down. Rocket Punch doesn't connect, but Pelican was already removed. Sparkle now is going to return to the fray as quickly as possible, and he's chasing Massa. Nothing to be done. He's uppercut into next Tuesday. And Sparkle should be in a decent spot to clean up, but Kai and Hawk trying to hold the line here for the rain. Now he pushes into Iris again. Sparkle needs to respect the damage Iris can do in this fight, and Pelicans return to the fray.
Is it enough with the respawns coming in here for the Atlanta Rain?
Is not complete.
So you have Kai here with this sim wall. Now you got everybody back here for Atlanta. They do
one more shot. TP to the high ground now. They're going to drop down. Fearless has a shatter. Keep an eye on it. Okay, it's going to catch Hawk, but not Gator, and he's going to slap Fearless about with that hammer. Iris has been removed here, which is crucial, but Dallas have also lost their Batty, so this will be a quick fight now without those immortality fields being relevant. Sparkle, okay, gets rid of Kai, and Pelican's going to get worked out by Doha. Dallas might have an opportunity here. Harmon's gotten rid of Gator. He's low. Hawk's going to be able to pressure him down, and the reinforcements don't seem to be forthcoming. Harvey wants to dip off. He thought about maybe going under the bridge for a health pack, but he probably realized there was no chance of that. That's close. Atlanta really getting pressured there, but point. A staging ground set up here for the Atlanta Rain just outside of point A.
It's kind of like a Lijiang tower all over again, right? With the compositions, and you're essentially just fighting over this one control point.
Waiting for like a TP shatter.
Yeah.
Okay, turret's been put up there. Gator gets walled. It's not perfect, but Gator's being knocked out of position. I think Fearless is just holding him one there. Good immortality field from Iris, but Hanbin is so sharp. He sees that straight away and just gets rid of it.
Yeah, those sim turrets, they may not do a ton of damage like all the time, but
no less, the teleport sends him on a collision course with Massa.
And if things get any more dangerous, they do have this sound barrier to use, but Dallas looks like they're in a good spot. Oh, Kai uses the TP.
They read it.
Yeah, and they take him out right away.
Like an absolute book. Kai picked off there. Jex's sound barrier. Can he get a good use out of this? Okay, the Blizzard's going to be tough for Hanbin. He's going to go for a self-destruct, and he might even be able to get the mech back. Oh, the beat is perfectly timed from Jexa in the end. Maywall thrown up, though, as the Atlanta Rain fancy a bit of privacy on the point, but Dallas, they're gregarious. They want to get back involved, back in the fight. And it's Gator being picked off. There's no Reinhardt in play right now, and crucially, Iris went down.
And you saw how low there that Doha got. He was actually taking some sim shots.
Point of entry. Okay, Maywall comes up here. Symmetra Wall's also in play. It's going to be Hanbin caught. Can the fuel intervene? No. Hawk sends him straight off the edge of the map. Gator gets an immortality field. That was a little bit early, perhaps. Let's see the follow-up. It's Sparkle that burns Gator down, but the Rain have the numbers, and they're making it look good. Jex is going to be able to get away from the Blizzard for the time being, but the Rain have the numbers on the point, and he just gets caught mid-air by Pelican. And that will be point A taken. So TP to relocate if they need to. I'm not sure who they'd send across there. Maybe Iris. The Arena going to TP point. Yeah. The old-fashioned way. Keep it simple. Remember, only need 44.5%, excuse me. Hanbin's going to be desuited already. An amplification matrix here from the Dallas Fuel, but that sim wall just shuts it all down. This is looking pretty primo from the Atlanta Rain now, man.
Yeah, big ultimate advantage. Win this, and Shanghai's watching, right?
I mean, this has got to be really positional now, right? Kai has good sight lines. There's no shield outside of Jex's to stop him. I think the Dallas Fuel have to outmaneuver if they're going to win here. It's a tough ask.
Well, I was going to say, so Dallas Fuel, if you play this competition to perfection, probably has the advantage. The thing I say there is you have to play it pretty perfectly, or else Atlanta's going to take advantage of it.
Doesn't it mean they have a disadvantage if they can only win by doing it perfectly?
I mean, yes, I guess in a way. I think though there's like multiple ways you can attack that if you're the Dallas.
Purpose. Either way, no harm, no foul. Oh, okay, that wasn't on purpose either. He's got to go for the adaptive shield and the minefield he throws down. Okay, Masa's caught amidst that field, and Hawk actually loses his mech to it, so it ends up being pretty darn effective in the end.
It didn't look like a great one, but I believe some players actually get knocked into it for Atlanta, but Atlanta's still moving the cart. You have Iris still here with his immortality field, Gator and Pelican as well. It's going to be tough.
Seems like the June Joust on Havana, I think. Sparkle's playing Genji, but no, you're right. Oh, they're not going to do it. Okay, 5 players hit with that EMP, though, so even though Doha goes down, it's a job done. There's more work to be done. It's a 5v5 right now. The Dragon Strike comes through, but it was Hanbin with the real fireworks as Iris and Gator fall.
So Dallas gets a hold. They needed to use that EMP and Transcendence to do it. So some big ultimates used to try and finish him off. Walking into that is...
Gator's shield is low from the mines.
Gator's shield, unfortunately for Gator, is going to be always low in this type of comp.
Nice from Pelican, though. He's managed to get rid of Hanbin after the deal. Okay, that is just nuts. Jexa stopped in his tracks from a rivet to the head, and it's going to have to be a transcendence from Fielder. Meteor strike there from Sparkle, and Kai and Pelican both round on him.
And this is where you kind of miss, potentially, for Dallas Fuel.
Engagement. Dallas a shock in awe in the fight early or not at all. Kai will be denied that perch. He'll climb back up in his own time, but Gator's been removed. What a great pick.
Those are the kills they want, right? Where they can go in, burst down Gator, get out.
This is a tough job, trying to run this Ryan against the ball from here.
When they exist for a long time and they do not get...
Was a big one from Doha. Dragon strike, and he translocates away. Okay, Sparkle gets caught by that one, so maybe that's the call, just to get out and wait for one more fight. Or does he stop Manetrax now? Lights out for the Atlanta Rain, but Iris again wasn't affected. He's able to deliver that immortality field. It's going to be removed, and the Transcendence buys the Fuel enough time, but again, they want short fights, not drawn out ones, and there is the shatter. Fielder knocked to the ground, and Kai going to make light work of those prone targets. Self-destruct blocked for the most part, but Iris is going to be caught by it. He's at an awkward angle. We're inside of a minute here, but Doha can only stall for a moment, and the Rain get home.
All right, so they do complete the map. I tried.
Okay. We have double bubble from the Dallas Fuel, and Zarya makes her appearance here. Okay, Hanbin.
And Doom Hanzo.
Oh, my feelers. That is filthy stuff. He takes a heck of a lot of damage, but he does his job right. He really throws a spanner in the works here for the Atlanta Rain, and Sparkle's there just to capitalize.
Well, look, and if the shield goes down for Gator, or if Defense Matrix is gone, you load up the Storm Arrows and you fire them through that choke, and you're going to hit something. Atlanta, I wonder if this is what you stay with for an extended period, right? Okay, so they get Sparkle on the entry.
I mean, you have McCree and Tracer to deal with the Doomfist, right? That's pretty nasty.
The only things you're kind of thinking of here is, like, you know, could you drop the Lucio for a break, potentially, right to Cowboy and the 76.
All right, Pelly. He's hunting. Whoa, Sparkle just had to walk straight into the enemy there.
Hawk with an... Yep. He got the big blizzard onto Nero, right, that he ate at the end of the shock game. This one with the big dragon now that Doha was trying to set up. And now you don't have the dragon for the grab. Meteor strike. This is a good amount of ultimates to push him over the line.
In goes Sparkle straight away. He's in with the nano boost now just to make sure he can't get picked off on the backside. And it's going to be Gator, the first casualty here. Sparkle tries to line Pelican up with a rocket punch, but he just skitters past him, and Kai lines him up. Bit of clay pigeon shooting now for the Cowboy, and he makes it too. Jexa falls, and the Dallas Fuel are falling over themselves to get out.
Some big kills from Kai there. So, you know, every time we've seen him on one of these hitches, like, it's not like he kind of comes out with these crazy plays. Sometimes he's always hitting, and another time that they're able to get Gator out of the fight early.
Pretty clear to see that they're not really saving the Dragon for the Graviton Surge. It's not a win condition that Dallas are banking on. They just let that one go there, and it kind of does its job. It sections the Atlanta Rain into two. Push
Gator out of the way, right? You're able to jump on him with that Doomfist. Make a play. Pelican goes over to Hanzo here. So it looked like he was going to play the May for a second, but they'll play Hanzo and the Cowboy.
Off we go. Hamir, he just lets that go. It's scary stuff, but it connects. And that's going to be 2 kills with the Dragon Strike. Fearless is going to keep the shield up. He stands steadfast as Gator tries to get in his face. Doha, 3 kills and a DMEC for this fight, and that still might not do the job. Gator still stands, and he's a pain, but that's beautiful stuff. The headshot on Hawk to take him down, and now Pelican hastily trying to take the higher ground. But Doha's trying to get this bus home.
Pelican's been behind them on the high ground, just doing so much damage.
Some time. That's the nano on the Fearless. Look at him charge forward. Gator needs the immortality field straight away. So Fearless says, job done. We force these huge support cooldowns. The Shatter is wayward. Doesn't connect with any targets, but Fearless is just trying to get within striking distance. Sparkle not sure where to throw the Meteor Strike, and Gator is the target. The punch is good. He's not quite knocked off the edge, but the Dragon Strike comes through and cleans Master up. Where's the Cowboy? Kai trying to hide behind, but Harmon is a little too sharp. He catches him with the Defense Matrix, and a paltry 9 seconds.
Switch off if they take this point, right? They can kind of play this the entire map if they would like.
Pelican trying to get cute there through the Alderworth Hotel, the flank, but that's a wall come up. Doha needs to do some freezing, he needs to follow up, but that's a great pincer, but the Immortality Field is in just the right place. It keeps Kai alive, and he's able to backtrack here on the Cowboy and dish his special brand of death.
they get aggressive onto the Dallas. Ready for Iris.
Yeah. Gator going to look for an insta-kill with a fire strike here, but Dallas are inside the hotel. It's Jexa down first, though Kai with the amp damage through the Matrix is able to get rid of the Lucio. A perfect start for the Atlanta Reign, and now it's time to stick the landing. Fearless is removed, and that amplification matrix, Matt, did so much. Not only the Lucio kills, it's also a D-Mech on Hanbin. The low ground to a degree, and Doha needs to be careful. He can get beamed. He's too far forward to the right shield. He got out of position. I'm not going to repeat what he just said. I know enough Korean to know what that was. He realizes he's made a pretty crucial mistake there. And look at this, the Reign want to go forward. They want to punish this now, Matt. They're a stone's throw away from winning this map. It's Dallas's map pick. They're going to be taking this to match point. If the Dallas Fuel can't hang on, Harmon is desuited straight into the beam. But Jexa finds his second kill. He gets rid of Gator after removing the Hawk.
And Sparkle's back on the Doom. Oh no, and it's Doha back on the Doom. Is Sparkle, he has this sim wall. You're going to have one from Kai as well.
Two sim walls on the point. This is about to get extremely dicey. Teleport in the back, but Sparkle turns his head as just a bait.
Can they get
one tick is all that the Reign need on the point. The Fuel had to push up quickly. It's an immortality field now, but Fearless, that's run out. Sparkle's going to get hit by the Shadow, but there's a sound barrier in play, and Pelican's Blizzard is eaten up. That could be devastating. Fearless is brought down finally, though, and it's Sparkle to drop. The immortality field prolongs Gator's life, but here comes the Doom once more. Gator knocked up. Doha takes him down from the sky, but it's not enough. The Atlanta Reign
type of team.
Right. So many teams are playing it to break the close hold, right? Not ideal for Sparkle there. He gets a little too low. Pelican trying to go for Doha, but looks at things. He's able to get out and Hanbin's removed. So the Reign just put their nose to the grindstones here on this first point, and Hawk actually reveals the Sombra there.
Yeah, I know about Fearless already with the benefits of a nano boost.
It's a bionic grenade from Fielder that sets that up in a huge way. Iris have nowhere to go. Fearless has found both supports now, and he's far from done. He's looking for Kai. The Diva's in. Oh! That wasn't to plan at all.
Kai actually
pretty darn good, but there's not enough follow-up, and this is getting disastrous.
Yeah, and you had the nano use here by Iris, and that's going to be a duplicate here for Pelican. This is looking good for the Atlanta Reign on this first point.
Self-destructed by a little bit of time here, but Iris beats Spark on the 1v1. The Dallas Fuel are losing control of this series, and the Atlanta Reign get that first checkpoint. It's a duplicated Winston for Pelican to secure. We might have a switch there. Master uses his first, though, and Fearless has gone in with a Primal Rage. Gator, he's hacked. Beamed, dead. Okay, Sombra duplicate. Chance to build an EMP here if there's enough damage. He won't need to do that with Master and Iris out of the picture. Dallas have found a way back in, but they've used almost everything, Matt. Okay, here's a Wrecking Ball in. Fearless is in trouble. Can he get away? Nice moves. Sparkle's able to trade here, but he gives up his life in order to get Master. Well, it's unclear if that's really going to be worth it now with the Transcendence in play from Iris and Hawk. Styles on Hanbin with the remake. Kai can deal with this. He recalls away as Fearless jumps on out.
Atlanta will continue to push the cart. They don't have a ton of ultimates left here, but this stagger, like, they just get Masa with the EMP.
That's not good enough. Manual hack on Gator. Looks like a sleep dart was there as well, so getting the Wrecking Ball here would be excellent, but it's still going to take more than that. Fearless is wondering where his teammates are. They're busy trying to stall the card. There's a disconnect right now between Dallas. They're confused.
It's going to be Hanbin using the self-destruct, getting a new mech. That's a huge kill there on Iris. He's a large source of the damage. You're going to get Masa out of this as well.
Talk about taking things in your own hands there. Absolute pandemonium for the Dallas Fuel as Fearless was well and truly out of position.
Look at this.
Survived this, but not much else. Kai has a pulse bomb here. He's going to throw that at the windowsill, though. It doesn't connect with Hanbin. Oh, no! The Dallas Fuel step off the card. And that's a cheeky little back cut for the Atlanta Reign to set up the final stanza of this map.
So what was interesting is Gator actually uses the minefield up on the high ground over on like the left-hand side, let's say, when you're attacking. And that forces the players, what he wants them to do is obviously drop down and go into the EMP.
Pelican. Starting to remind me of Lip a little here. Doha Opsa. That's not it. Okay. Opts to reveal himself there, and it's unclear why. Maybe hoping to just go into an EMP or force something like a shield bash. Either way.
Oh, they have Jexa so low.
Pulse from Kai. It connects. It wasn't a stick, but Jexa moves back into it. It's all going wrong for the Dallas Fuel now. and there's almost a sense of that return to him. We're coming into the last fight now, and the Atlanta Reign are awfully close to finishing the map. The Fuel only have a couple players to work with here. Valiantly, Harbin trying to keep this going, but he's hacked. The self-destruct is dodged by Fearless, but he's knocked off the card. Here comes Doha, the next up to the plate. He's so close to an EMP, he can smell it, but it's taken away from him. The rug pulled out from under him at the last moment. Jexa can barely touch here, and Fielder does no better. Recall has to be used by Sparkle to keep this alive, but eventually the Fuel succumb.
It's huge.
Bring around and try and secure Sombra on Sombra elimination.
Oh, they get a hack on a Gator, though, and finish him off, so that's big. It's a lot of the stall that you would have had for the cart. Nice biotic grenade there from Fielder. Connects with a few, so you're going to be able to get some cleanups here. So good first fight for the Dallas Fuel.
This is Doha's time. The Dallas Fuel's chances of winning this map rest so heavily on...
He's got a nano. This will be on a Fearless.
Okay, manual hack on Hanbin there. So Fearless is going to be diving alone. Doesn't need any help though with the nano boost. He's already juiced to the gills, Matt.
Yeah, the rest of the Atlanta Reign, they kind of give up the supports in the back, but they're not picking up any kills on the cart. Stalling a little bit, so it'll be Dallas Fuel with a bit of a speed run there.
Been able to go to another level in this playoffs, right, with how they've adopted some new compositions. That's just for Gator. Just for Gator. Harbin has to follow it up on his own now because the EMP hits the rest of the Fuel, but Feeler gets 2 kills. Unbelievable stuff here. And Fearless doubles back to help him out. Now, they don't get Gator yet, but they go back for him after.
You can feel the momentum.
To bring that out to keep his Sombra alive, so this EMP can come down. Fearless is hit with a Discord orb right now, but he's being topped up by Fielder as we speak. Sparkle got their Discord after that. He's not so lucky.
Yeah, it's just, can they keep everybody else alive? So much damage coming down. Hawk with the first kill on the Sparkle, and then being able to take out Fearless. But see how weak he's getting. Doesn't have much of the defense. Yeah, they're trying to get some type of position up.
Hawk's done. No chance for, to get back in that mech at all. Gator's going to be forced away now. The EMP is just the tanks. Dallas realized that's where they need to aim to shut the rain down.
Are they close enough to get the cart over the line from where they're at now, though?
Fielder, oh no! Yep, the body grenade's not enough to keep him alive. Fielder got a little bit ahead of himself.
You can definitely challenge now, I think, if you're Atlanta. They lost their Ana. You see Kai getting on there to contest. They're going to have to pop rally just to try and stay in it.
Iris and Hawk just took Sparkle down. It was mostly the Zen, if I'm honest with you, when he built the Transcendence with that kill. What a huge momentum shift coming up here for the Atlanta Reign. The Dallas Fuel are stopped short of that second checkpoint. There's a nano here. Fearless does get it. Doesn't quite stick the jump. He needs to be careful of the whip shot, and now he's found himself the Zen. Iris tries to elude him, but those flying fists of fury won't be denied. Kai down now. Master's going to be knocked off the map if he's not careful now. That's exactly where Fearless is headed after the Brig. And Gator's brought down. Dallas have a real shot of having some time to work with, but either way, this is going to the wire.
You're in a position where you probably don't have to see it again at the end of the game.
EMP there. Kai can't get away. He's in a bit of danger, but Pelican's having a trade. I'm going to find a kill on Doha at the very least here in the Fuel. Yeah, they want to push up as much as they can. Great protection for Fielder from Hanbin there. Jexa wasn't afforded that same courtesy.
Right, but the cart's not moving. You have the 2 players from Atlanta, the damage dealers, who are picking up kills onto the payload. Now the payload will start to move, but like I mentioned, you probably don't have to see this EMP again. You might see it like...
Fine. 1 minute remains. Dallas must finish the map. EMP catches Jexa. Fearless also. Here comes a bomb thrown in. No one's affected by that, and Fielder's going to be kept alive somehow. It's a Transcendence now from Iris thrown in, but Master... He gets hit with the pulse bomb there, and Pelican doesn't look like he's in a safe spot to intervene. Iris and Master are both down now, and the Fuel have gotten the supports out of the equation. Now to deal with Gator, and they'll have a crack at finishing this map, but it will go awfully close.
They're going to have a shot to finish it.
Didn't connect. Doha had to get out, though.
Manual hack on Hanbin.
Doha has an EMP. In we go. It catches onto 5 people. That might be just the ticket, but Dallas has split their attention. There's no one target. They're focusing down. They get rid of Iris, and that is crucial.
They kill Fielder.
He's gone. That's the lion's share of the healing for the Dallas Fuel now out of the equation. There's a minefield on the card, and Doha can't get close. He's going to be run down. He can't escape. Sparkle's there with a pulse bomb, but it doesn't look like there's a connection to Pelican. He flicks the lights out. Gator takes down Doha, and it's Jexa running into the minefield. The Dallas Fuel are brought to their knees in these final moments. Fielder trying to stay alive. It's a boot kill. Sparkle's there to find one of his own as well, but there's nobody left. It's going to be Fielder again, trying to slurp on the card as Fearless steps up, but he's hacked on the way there. A pulse bomb will end his life, and it's just Doha all on his own to try and keep the dream alive. But the Atlanta Reign do this. Doha falls, and the kings have been slain. A new king reigns in the west.
Atlanta with a run back through losers. They lose to Chengdu early on in winter bracket, and they make the run all the way where they will play against the Shanghai Dragons. And it kind of played out a little bit like we were thinking. They did a nice job burning enough clock, Atlanta, to get in this type of situation. And in this type of situation, over time, when your spawn is right there and they're like kind of dwindling on ultimates, like you're going to be able to do like stuff like switch to the Moira coming out of the spawn and other types of things. Just